Welcome to the Trails Committee meeting tonight, June 26th, 2025. We are calling the meeting to order at 7:41. Please let me know you're here when I do a roll call. Will Warren,
Here.
Satyendra Sharma,
Yes.
Kat McKee, yes. And Tom McCoolier may be joining us. He is traveling, so he will be joining it if he can. Okay, so first up on the agenda is minutes, but I did not process the minutes that Satish shared with me, so we're going to do that at the next meeting. Thank you, Sati, for sending those. But we're in good shape since we already met in June, so we're at no risk of being super late.
By the way, if you see a black outline around my head, that's the aura of my soul.
I already knew that. Just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna bounce around a little bit and start with budget, if you don't mind, because we are in the process of taking care of the budget that we have that we need for the end of the fiscal year. I will focus. Okay, so what I'd like to do is share screens, but I have so many browser windows open. I just want to close a few to avoid confusion among myself. Okay, all righty. Okay, so where are we going to start here? I will start on this screen. Sure. Let me know when you see a bench. Are you seeing it?
Yes, we can see the bench. I can see the bench.
Thank you. Okay, now I just moved an Excel spreadsheet. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Great. So what we're talking about with budget is our total budget's 4250. And so what here is in red is expenditures we're going to be submitting. And then so we're going to be talking a little bit about the tools that we need that we're going to fill and round out our supply. So basically we spent some money on yoga and the trails last year. We had an additional Home Depot order that had to that was related to the lumber that we purchased. And then we had Will's DCR conference. We're going to pay, or we had to pay 28 cents for an overage from an invoice from Beals that ARPA couldn't cover. And so now what we have is CAT's conference and mileage reimbursement. We talked about last meeting, and we're going to go ahead and implement. We're going to pay Beals invoice, the May invoice for 1861.82 out of our trails budget. We're going to buy another bench and anchor. I've got it. I called them today and they gave us a quote. We have a discount with them as well. So that's $736. And what I opted to do is get a bench with and add the arms so that most of our benches came without arms. And I figured if we were going to use that, the ADA benches were expensive. So this gives it a little bit more accessibility. If someone were, needed an extra hand to get up, they would be able to use that. So that's just a little bit more than a regular bench costs. So that was the option if the committee agrees, we can move forward with. So then we talked about ordering new tools and stuff. So I've got what I have here is I'll show you, and then I'll go to the cart and show you what I have, and we can add or subtract whatever we need to. So we determined we only have 4 sets of batteries, so we should buy another couple batteries so that our works products we can have enough batteries that spread around the members, especially if we're in different spots. And Home Depot, it's a little bit more than drill and driver, but I did get a drill and driver impact kit because we need that for the sometimes when we're building things, and we will be building things shortly when it comes to bog bridges and the reason we bought the lumber. And we needed a screw set and whatnot, and then some other tools. And so Harbor Freight and Home Depot and Works all cover those tools topic. And then snacks for the trails workday. That may not be reimbursable, but I have it in there anyway. So that brings us down to 478, but I think we can spend a tiny bit more, and I think that's close enough to, we can talk about if there's any other things that the committee feels like we should be taking care of. Now, because I do have to say that the town is tax-free. We've missed any deadline to use Home Depot through a purchase order, or through their non-exempt, the tax exempt. So unfortunately, I will need to cover the taxes on all of this, because the town doesn't cover taxes, which I need to amend this to ensure I'm not covering a tax here. So let me put that in yellow to remove tax. That's going to be the same all the way here. Actually, Polly already has us as tax-free. Okay, so any questions so far? Like, I haven't gone into any other details, but just at this level, there'll be time for other questions. Okay. Okay, so let's start with Home Depot. What I have here is, okay, so if we buy a drill kit, let me just see if that kit is in this one or Harbor Freight. I think it might be, oh, I bought one. It's in Works. That's where it is.
Oh, about the tax. So are we not tax exempt if we ask the vendor
Say that again.
about the tax, sales tax? Are we not
Yep.
exempt?
You have to have an account, so it doesn't really work with Works. We don't have an
No.
account with Works. And then Home Depot, we have an account, but we have to go through the credit card. I have to go through Travis. That deadline's passed, so that doesn't work. And then Harbor Freight, I mean, I could call them and ask, but I don't really think there's time for any of that. So it's just gonna have to be something I suck up. My bad for not doing it earlier.
Well, but
yeah.
you shouldn't bear that cost yourself.
It's my problem because I waited to the date we are at, and so it's just cost to
We
do it.
can
Well,
contribute.
but you're a volunteer. I mean, if you were being paid, yeah, I'd say,
I
yeah,
understand.
okay.
No, I understand, but it's just, we want these things. We don't have another way, and carry on.
But we can contribute, right?
Hmm?
The,
Yeah, we could
we can
co-contribute.
contribute
How much
too.
are we talking about?
Not quite sure. Let's do, what is it? Let's see. Well, we can figure it out. I mean, I can maybe place a call in the morning and give them our tax exempt, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, so it's $20 here. So it's gonna be $20 here and there, that type of thing. So not a big deal. I appreciate it. I hear you. Okay, so battery kit, 2 batteries. The 4 amp hour is a more robust battery. We already have 4, so this will add 6. That will be a nice to have when we're out there doing trail work. And the reason we want multiple batteries is if we have to split up tools and people are in different areas, so we can do that. We already have a charger, so we don't need that. This is the cordless drill going with the same brand so that we just use the same battery set, right? One question about the cordless drill is, I want to be sensible about our purchases. The drill comes in handy if you're screwing in, like if we were using it for the benches, for example, or if we're installing signage and things like that. I think one drill is sufficient. Do you guys have any reason to believe we would need more than one?
No, that's it. I mean,
No, that would be it. And we're using this for,
Well, in this case, we needed it for the bench install we needed the, not the drill bit. We needed a drill bit to actually drill a hole into the bottom of the bench to then screw the anchor in.
right.
So that's
So
one.
we're buying the drill this time, or?
Yeah, we're buying a drill so that the Trails Committee has a drill, because sometimes if we're not using, we could be installing signage or any number of things where we might need a drill. What we've been doing over the years is using my drill, my husband's drill. So I figured it makes sense to have the Trails Committee have one drill, and then we can always supplement the drills with the rest of us if we wanted to, but at least one would be owned by the committee.
Okay.
Okay. So that's where we're at here, for
so do
Works.
we need two battery packs or?
Yeah, Like we need, so that will give us 6 total. Cause they
Okay.
run out quickly when we're on the trail. If you've ever been using the weed whacker.
Yeah.
And actually while we're here, I do have a question. So we have one weed whacker and it's a combo weed whacker with a brush cutter. So what that means is if you need both a weed whacker and a brush cutter, you don't have that. And we would, when we develop the next part of that trail, we're gonna need both. And sometimes the crews need to separate. So for example, if we have a work day, and this is a real live example, we send someone to the end of, something that needs to be weed whacked on that end or on that trail, and we go to say Deerfoot and we need a weed whacker, we don't have 2. Do you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if we can't use the brush cutter and the weed whacker at the same time because it's a combo pack. So do we want to consider buying just a standalone weed whacker? It's a common enough tool that it would be useful. So I want to hear from you on that.
Sure.
Yeah, and it looks like we can get this one like for 119. I don't know if we need bigger. Do we need a 12-inch versus 13-inch? Does it 15-inch? Do you think we should go bigger for trails?
Yeah.
Because
A 12-inch weed whacker?
yeah, no, I guess it's a string. Yeah, it's the 12-inch. What is that measuring? Is it this little piece down here?
Right. It is the string, I guess.
The diameter? Is it more robust?
Yeah.
Does anybody know?
No.
What does brushless mean?
I think
That's a motor.
that's a motor.
Kind of motor.
Kind of motor, yeah.
Oh, look at you go. No, stop. All right, so it's gonna be heavier. So maybe I don't know. Well, does someone want to like? What does ChatGPT say? Do we need? Let me see. It's over here.
I am opposed to using ChatGPT, but okay.
Do you think that ChatGPT is going to steal my information when I put in there what size weed whacker do I need as a Trails Committee member?
No, I think it's gonna give you some garbage that sounds good, but may not have any.
Have you ever checked it out? It actually it does.
I have checked it out, and
you do have to verify.
I have checked it out, and basically, I'm appalled at how people are glomming onto it.
Yeah, there's something's going to happen. I hear you.
I don't see it as being
Oh, it's the swath. So I think a bigger swath is better. 15 to 18 inches is standard for trail maintenance. Thank you, chat. Don't tell Will that I asked you because he doesn't like you. All right, so let's see what we got here. Oh, here's 20. Why is that cheaper at 130? The tool only, what does that mean? When it says tool only, does that mean it's just not coming with a battery? I think so.
no idea.
No, it doesn't come with the battery.
Okay.
Tool only is tool only, no battery.
Thank you. So okay. So let's see if we did 15.
You don't need ChatGPT for that.
Thank you. Well, I need somebody, and that was you. Okay, so we'll figure that. So let's not spend all of our time here. I will get a 15-inch good priced version of our weed whacker. That will allow us to separate and do, well, the reason I wanted to figure out something is because of the price. I wanted to get our price down. 20 volt, 40 volt. 40 volt means that there's going to be 2 batteries on it.
Well, but that might be one battery that has 40 volts.
I think the
Are
way
you
they
looking,
do it,
where are you looking this information up?
I'm on Works website, WORX. Oh, is that gas? Does that say? Oh, equivalent to a gas power. That's right. We're not doing gas. No, 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 no. Brushless. Oh, I see. There we go. The motor. Oh, there's an eco mode. How cute. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to add this to the cart because why is it 15 inch? Yeah, the cart. Okay. So then I think we should buy, we need string. I forgot about that. What's it called? String, a weed trimmer. String cord. How do I know? How do you know if it's compatible? Who's familiar with this stuff?
What do
Anybody?
you mean? What is compatible?
With the weed whacker that we're purchasing, how do we know what?
I mean, you're on the Works site.
Yeah.
Usually,
Is
well, usually if you, I mean, what you could do, you could go to Amazon and you could say, you want string for this particular Works thing, and Amazon is pretty good at telling you what's compatible. Or you could go
Oh,
to
wait.
Works, they should tell you what's compatible.
There's a 4 amp dual charger. I don't want a charger in, no, 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 no. That's not what I want. Doesn't this say tool only? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So you think Amazon's gonna help me?
Well,
Technical specs, go to technical specs.
Specs, sorry.
or you're looking for string for this
Line
thing.
diameter 0.0095. This one, this thing.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't know what twist means. Okay. 0.95. Oh, this stuff. Oh,
0.95, yeah.
trimmer line. Okay. Now what's the
Does
name?
it have anything talking about compatible with?
Isn't just the width the key? Like the diameter, isn't that just the important part?
Right.
Well,
Trimmer line.
doesn't it come on some type of spool that clicks right in, or do you have to
Oh
unwind
no.
it?
Oh, I think you rewind it. Yeah.
You have to unwind it onto the tool.
Oh, good point.
Works with
Lati. Let's see.
You might. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this tool that we're talking
Oh,
about.
here we go. Oh. Yeah, but isn't that, no, I think don't you wind it up. All right. We'll get some cord. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm gonna, where are we? No, we're not doing that. Never mind. Okay.
let me check.
Thank you. I appreciate you checking. Okay, so while he's checking on that, so we've got that. What was the other thing I was going to ask about? All right, what do we have in our cart at Home Depot? Okay, so this is the drill and impact driver kit. So this comes with the drill bits and different screw heads. It's $12, so it has everything we could need and a little bit more, so that's good. What else we have here? Let's see. A pry bar. So the pry bar is really helpful for, this will only come up on occasion when we're working with rocks, but as we're building some of the trails and improving some of the trails, it's really helpful to have one of these. So that is,
But how long is the pry bar?
this one is 36 inches. Do you think that's good enough? That's 3 feet.
For any type of significant rock? Not really, no. You can get much longer pry bars.
Yeah, for $100. So I was trying to be reasonable.
Okay, I mean, you can go for it. That's fine. It might help.
So
So see this, yeah. What were you saying, Swati?
Target has, Walmart has,
Has what?
The spool for
Who
works.
does?
Yeah.
Who does?
Target or Walmart.
Has it for what?
For works, the spool.
Yeah,
The
and
weed eater.
it says compatible with works model, blah, 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 right?
Right.
Okay.
But Amazon is, but like just like Will was saying, Amazon has the best, you know,
Best
presentation that way.
prices or the
Prices are-
best write-up.
Yeah.
They do a good job on write-ups.
So this says universal fit, 0.95,
Okay.
right? And I think we do have to just, I think we have to just
Well,
Put it
when you
in.
say, but then the question is what do they mean by fit? It's that the diameter of the
Yeah,
stuff
that's
is
0.095, which is what we have. Yeah,
okay.
so, okay, so I'm gonna add that. Okay. Great, let's go to view cart. All right, so what else do we have? Okay, so we have pry bar. So we don't have any loppers. The Trails Committee has none. So I have a lopper here. It's 1 3/4 inch. That's what it will cut. And then, so that's a nicer one. And then in Harbor Freight, I've added a kind of a garden one. So it's less, it's $15. So it's less,
Expensive and
expensive.
robust.
We got 2 nice ones and 1 less expensive. So we have 3 total. Are we comfortable with that?
Will
Yeah.
Will can use that.
Oh yeah, we can, especially when we
No,
have
Will can use that.
Use the
oh,
expensive one, right? Yeah.
oh, okay,
That
yeah.
sounds good to me.
Especially when we have work parties and stuff, we can separate this stuff. Something the Trails Committee does not have, but I typically bring, but it will be good for the committee if we're not on the committee. For example, we should a first aid kit. So we should always bring a first aid kit when we go on our little excursions. Like I had one with us when we had our volunteer day, just in case something happens.
I
So
also had one in my pack.
nice. Okay, great. So I got one of those, and then we have the hard rakes, but sometimes you need a soft rake. Is that the way to describe it? Like a regular steel rake. So I have a couple of these, not the hard ones, but just a leaf rake basically, and you can rake off. So that's helpful for managing trail work, like we're doing the other day, just scooting it off.
We're talking about a metal rake though, right?
That's just a regular metal rake. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So we have one of these, but if we again separate it and we're able to attack trails in multiple ways, this is the weed whip. So it's a 36-inch handle, and you literally just whip it around. It's double-sided, so it's really handy. So I got one of those, another one, so we'd have 2. And then I got some flagging stakes that came in really handy when we were flagging out that trail. So good to have in our arsenal. And then I also got some flagging tape, which is really helpful for flagging trails, and then the trimmer string. So that's what we have at Home Depot. And let me just see what our number is, 254, because I'm adding this to our budget. Home Depot is right here, and I go to 254.43. Okay, great. And let's go to Harbor Freight. Okay, so Harbor Freight, we've got 1 lopper, that was the garden lopper, and a set of 5 pair of, it's only $10 for work gloves, so that we have them in the shed in case someone forgets them, or we're doing trail work and a volunteer doesn't bring gloves, we have some to share around. Let me just make sure, what size did I get? Oh, they just come any size. Okay. Hammers. When we're installing trail signs, hammers are helpful. So I just got 3 hammers. That's really good when we have trail work. You know, we do need to put up some signage. Trail
Are
decals.
these claw hammers
Yes,
or
claw hammer.
pardon?
Yeah,
Yes.
we need claw hammers because you can pull the.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine.
Yep. I got a 25-foot. Now this is debatable whether we need this. So I got a 25-foot tape measure, and one of the open reel measuring
Oh,
tapes, the 300.
wait. Remember, Sam Stivers gave us one.
He gave
It's
us one.
a 100 or 300 foot one,
Thank you.
so we don't need to buy that.
Thank you very much. Okay. But the 25-foot one will be helpful.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a steel 25 foot, your normal tape measure
Yep,
thing, right?
regular tape measure. Yep. And then because so I recognize also that we don't have regular tools. So this little toolkit, it's $25. It comes with various Allen wrenches, a couple of needle nose pliers, a level. It does have a hammer and a screwdriver and things. So that is just like kind of, and it comes with a tiny measuring tape measure and some bits. So that would be helpful.
What is what does it have a container for all of
Yeah,
this?
yeah, it's a little kit. It comes in that little closed kits that you buy. It's a lockbox. It comes. Is that how am I describing it? What is it called?
Okay, fine, as long as it's got
Yeah,
a
it's self-contained.
sufficiently robust container.
Yeah, hard case container. So it all contains. And then actually a wrench set. The ratcheting wrench set that we were using for putting together the cart, just to have that on hand.
Sometimes Harbor Freight, they give you free tape measure.
Oh, do they with your purchase? Yeah, I grabbed their coupon list so I could apply any coupons that would work here. So here we have our number is 115.59. Okay.
By the way, just just didn't want to digress, but the thing is that um, he brought up Will uh, Sam Stivers. We should thank him actually officially
Yeah,
because
well,
he has
I
been
sent him an
our,
email and thanked him, yes.
yeah.
Oh, I
But
sent him a thank you email. Just,
Okay,
but it was from me, but if you want, I can send an official one from Trails.
yeah, official, that will be nice. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll put it on letterhead and just really thank him for his
yeah,
support over the years
yeah,
because it was instrumental and we've always really
yeah.
appreciated it. So thank you, Sati, for bringing that up. We'll definitely write him a formal thank you. Okay, so then earlier I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of tools. Sorry. Hold on. Something's going on here. I don't want my history. Thank you. All right, and okay, so yeah, so I just did standard Trails tool list to kind of remind me of what we might need. So we have all of this stuff, most of this stuff up here already. The loppers, we already have a saw. We have a little, it's not a chainsaw, it's just a motorized saw, gloves, first aid, water, flagging tape. So is there anything else that you can think of we might need if we were, just to put our supply list together?
well, do we have a chainsaw?
We don't own one, but nobody on the, okay, we don't have one, but no one on the committee is trained to use one. Should
Yeah,
we
but
get it?
I'm thinking like a 14-inch saw, which would be useful for cutting down, small slender trees.
Okay, so we might,
Not a big honker. I use a 14-inch all the time myself.
okay. So so you feel comfortable, so I'd call it, what we have is a saw. It's
Yeah,
kind of a mini chainsaw. So you're saying, okay, should
yeah.
we
I mean,
consider a
the big gas powered ones that can saw down, gigantic trees are very dangerous. I agree, but
Yeah, okay.
a 14-inch saw is adequate for taking down small things, but it's on the other hand, it's not dangerous.
Okay,
If
good.
you treat it with sufficient respect, it's not gonna you're not gonna be suffering from a lot of kickback issues or whatever.
There was something that I was trying to remember. It's gonna have to come back to me now. Okay, so here are some options. A
Yeah, the problem
60,
with these chainsaws is that you need to have lot of spare chains.
Yeah, you should
Yes.
get some spare chains, but like I buy chains from Amazon and they're cheap and they burn up pretty quickly, but who cares?
Yeah.
And then the other thing you need is you need to get a can of chainsaw oil,
Oil. Yeah.
yeah, to keep them oiled, even the electric ones, right?
Okay,
You know,
great.
to oil the chain, but they're minimal. The ones that I have, you keep the chain tight, and then every so often if you change the chains, that takes 20-30 minutes because I'm not
Yeah.
that dexterous, but they really help. I mean, they'll take down small sapling kind of trees. I'd
So
say
would a
up to
10
like
inch,
3-inch diameter. Pardon?
would a 10-inch chainsaw be sufficient? There's 10-inch, there's
Eh,
15-inch.
I'd be more inclined to go with the 14, the 10-inch. Now, there's another type of saw, which is the pole saw. You ever heard of a
Yeah.
pole saw?
Is that the one that gets really tall trees? It's on a pole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
We
you can
have,
lop off
yeah, so we have
branches.
handheld ones, right? Like we have one of those
Yeah,
hand
okay.
string.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah, oh
good.
yeah, I have one of those too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I figured we're unlikely to need a ton of those because
No, we're not doing limb
Okay.
stuff, but
but we have it if we needed that one thing.
yeah.
Okay, so here is a 14-inch a cordless chainsaw. Okay, so
Yeah.
$2.99. Okay,
Yeah.
should I get
What's
it?
what's the 12-inch? In
I
other
didn't
words, how
say
much
there was,
money is it going down as you
I
go
didn't
down?
say there was a 12-inch now.
Well, how much is a 10-inch?
Hold on.
No, it's
That
10
was
or
much more
14.
reasonable. 159. So the
10.
the 10,
Okay, get the 10-inch.
the four, you think? Yeah, I think it's good enough. Like if we
Yeah, that'd be good
needed
enough.
something, because they show pictures of them really. Let's read what they say about what we can do with a 10-inch. Hold on.
I think you can build a log cabin that will suffice for the
Why would
winters
it
in
tell me the
Alaska.
diameter I could cut with? It looks tiny.
Yeah.
It
It
is
looks
tiny, trust me.
All right, then we should try the
14.
14-inch, but no one can touch it unless we have like comfort and training.
Okay, fine.
You know what I mean? Like I trust that well, you know how to use a chainsaw, but we want to make sure.
I know. So,
Well,
I have gas power.
actually, we have we have this other implement that it looks like a hedge trimmer. That's far more dangerous.
I love the hedge trimmer, but I
That's
regret that
far
we
more
got the longer
dangerous.
version though, because it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy and it's unwieldy and it's got a lot of inertia. Yeah, it's dangerous.
Why does
But
that
hey,
say $5.99 when I have one in there? Do you see that, Sati?
Yeah. Oh, that's what
now in terms of training, I really think we probably need to go to someplace in the wilds of
No,
Canada.
it is updated.
Go up into Canada and do training on the really big trees, just so we'll be well trained. Maybe
think-
take 3 or 4 months training. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, no. Home Depot doesn't sell works. They are off the list. Okay, so if we did that, technically then we need chainsaw chaps. Sorry, people, but
Jeans, yeah.
for safety.
Chainsaw chaps?
Yeah, for safety. Oh, wait, let me go back to chainsaw because we need to get those other things you said. The
The
chain.
oil and the extra chains.
Oil chain.
Yeah, and you want to make sure the chains are compatible with the one that you're buying.
Yeah, so let me go here.
Well, okay, if we're gonna buy chaps, we should get the leather chaps that we can, that Sati could wear to the bars he goes to.
All right, all right, I can do, let me just see. Oh, the tool. Does it say it's not available?
Tool only.
It's in Amazon too?
Yeah, tool only. No, no,
Only,
no,
let's do that then. We already
no
have
battery pack.
batteries, so
Is it compatible across the tools?
yeah. Yeah, because it's
Are the battery, or how many different styles of battery packs are we ending up
none,
with?
they're all the same. We do that on
Uh-huh.
purpose, so they get
Okay.
charged. They're all the same. They work for all the tools.
Okay,
But I do need, let me just see if it offers, oh, it says premium bar chain lubricant, so I'll get that stuff. I'll get a quart. I don't think we need more than that now. And I need a compatible chain. Oh,
can never
yeah.
have too much lube, you know?
Oh,
That's
wait,
what they say.
did you just say that? I need to go back. Okay, I need to go back one more. All right, the chain. So is this the advanced cut replacement chainsaw for 14-inch guide? Now, does it need to be? All right, this
That
pitch
will be
and
fine.
gauge. Let me just see what it says for pitch and gauge. Where was that? It was under,
Technical specs.
do you see that already or did I miss it?
No, go up. Battery charger not included.
I don't see it. Let's see, maybe I should go back to this one and give it, it will give me some text specs maybe. Oh, here we go. Text specs way at the bottom.
Hmm.
Chain gauge 0.043.
Well, that's why you want to see something that says this is compatible with what I'm buying.
Oh,
kind
this
of
is a
thing.
different
It's
gauge.
5050.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's, you saw it said to buy with, and I'm wondering if this, what does it say?
Bought together, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
But that scares me a little because how do I know? And I don't see any tech specs here. Do we? Hold on. Oh my goodness, it's a mess. It's too much stuff, too much stuff. I don't know. What do you think? What if we on Works on this one, does it share the accessorize?
Well, if you can ask Amazon this question. You can say you want a 14-inch chain for, and then give the model number of what you're buying.
Oh, okay, good call. Let's see. Oops. Okay, Works 14-inch chainsaw replacement blade. Boom. What was the gauge?
Yeah,
Was it
this is the correct.
this it?
Yep.
It says gauge 52 drive links. What did this say?
0.43, that's 0.043. That's what we saw, right?
It says 0.043 and 52 drive links.
Yep.
Does it say 52 drive links? Nice. Okay. In the box you go. Oh, don't give me more choices. Oh, where's the add to box? It doesn't say to add to. Oh,
Add to cart.
they make things complicated sometimes. All right, good. So we have chainsaw, oil, and extra chain. I guess now we're here. Let's do chainsaw chaps. Oh dear. Oh dear.
What are chaps?
Oh, the apron that goes around your legs to protect you if a chainsaw were to get away from you and jump, it would and get your leg. These protect you. So you wear them over your clothing and you just strap them on. Okay, so
Oh, kind of
Well, I mean, you know,
padding.
the original chaps were used for horseback riding,
thank you for the history.
protect your legs.
All right. I don't know. They seem to be similarly priced. Do, 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 do. Adjustable, 8 layers, protect me now. Mm-hmm. I think if we got a medium, that might be good for most. 36 inches to 38. Is that a waist size? Overall length.
Get large.
Get large?
Yeah.
Really? So
My waist is 38.
these are not, I think these are measuring not waist, they're measuring length.
Oh, well,
6
then
to
38. Well, then my
Well, no.
inseam is 30. Somebody
Yeah,
with
no,
a,
that seems wrong too. Do you see this, Sati, what we're looking at? What is it measuring here? Size over length waistline. So a medium is 36 to 38, over length 38.
Yeah, 38. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of long. Because that's a tall person, right?
Yeah.
if someone with, well, it depends. If they're measuring from the waist
Yeah, they
and
are.
not the inseam, then I'm
Waist.
about a 38 inches to the ground from
Oh,
my
thank you.
waist.
Okay, they do have the picture showing waist, so maybe medium's a good one. Okay. I think orange is fine. We want to be able to see you if you, okay. Okay, great. So let me put that in here, Amazon. And that's 271.96. All right, we might be over our budget and we might have to make some tough calls. So let me see what we do, what we have here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 804.95. Yep, we're over budget by $300. So where are we gonna get that from? Let's see. Let me just see what Home Depot did. We got Home Depot 254. We got Harbor Freight 115. The bench. We could lose the arms on the bench. That was 188. So that might be something. Okay. Because the other thing is, what we could do is if we needed to, for example, purchase some of this stuff with our new fiscal year budget, we could do that. Not a ton, like we could just, if we had some overage, right? Like for example, this whole package could be, actually, no, let me see if my works, if I kept, did we keep the, what is in there that makes it 804? Yeah, let me go back. I think our works thing is wrong. Yeah, we still have the, oh, that's the difference. We still have the chainsaw in the works thing. That's why that was so much. 536.52. Get in there. Okay, so we're $26 over. I can find a way to save $26. So we're close. Okay. Got it. All right. So I think we've done our job for the budget. Any questions, thoughts, or any additional?
No.
Nope. Good.
Nope.
Okay. Great. So let me stop sharing there. So I'll process that and we'll get that all set up in the closet or shed. Okay, doke. Thank you for your time on that. Okay, so let's circle back up to number 2, phase 1. So, on July 18th, I think it's July 18th, Wednesday. Oh, it must be July 16th. We're gonna present in front of the Community Preservation Committee. Is that what it's called? And we are going to give them a summary of where we are with things. Hold on, I'm looking something up. And it is Community Preservation Act. Okay, so we're going to present in front of them, just give them an update of what we're doing, how we're coming along with the bid. We had asked about applying some of the first CPA money to the Beals to cover some of the Beals overage. So we'll give them a heads up on that. And so just so you know, you're welcome to join that meeting. That's going to be on the 16th at Wednesday. So in advance of that, I will be looking to hear from Beals. They have been continuing the analysis. I will get an update from them. Hopefully, we'll be sailing past our last challenge and moving right into bid. So we'll update the committee at that time. We will also be we're getting hot on signage, so we want to go ahead and shift our focus to getting all the signage ready. And we're going to need to find a sign install company to help us install the double pedestal signs that we're putting up along the Peninsula Trail. So at next meeting, we'll have some sign materials to review and get that going. I've talked to Travis. He had some lead on a company that he's used in the past to do some installing signs, and we'll get that teed up to execute in the short term. So we'll be doing that along with the bid, hopefully in the very near future. And because we are, we have 6 months left, so we want to make sure we're getting that knocked out well before the end of the year. So that's phase 1 and 2 kind of mixed together there, Sati. Any questions on that? I think we do have one more section of trail we need to build out. I'll reach out to Amber to see if they have any more volunteer days available. And that would be on the other side of the boardwalk area, and that's going to be a little bit more difficult because of the brush. It's just
was Amber there as a volunteer, or was she working?
that is her job. So I think that's her, she's a coordinator of volunteers. So
she was working that day.
she's paid for her work, and then the other ones are volunteers.
Okay, all right.
Yep. And then for bench location and stuff, we need to continue doing what we've been doing, which is, determining where we want to put things. I do need to reach out and ask about we talked last time about a couple locations, so I have that information so we can get that underway, and then go ahead and distribute the rest of the benches where we want them. And then we should announce that to the townspeople and put it on our Facebook page. We need a whole new social media push because I've been a little slow at we haven't been updating and things. So we're going to lose our, kind of our momentum, and we need to just reestablish that momentum. Speaking of this year, Yoga on the Trail series is going to kick off. So we had all agreed to do that already. I've created the Eventbrite page and I had Emma look at it. So there's a couple tweaks I need to do, but we're going to be announcing the Yoga on the Trails series this year, and that's going to come out of our future budget, which is fine. And yeah, so appointment. So I think, Will, you got reappointed. Thank you. Sati, did you have to get reappointed this year? Did you get a notice from anyone, Melanie?
No,
Someone?
no.
Me either. I think you and I were on the same track, so we're good. Will got reinstated, and I want to make sure that
Well, I also got sworn in.
that's what I mean, sworn in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we all got sworn in. I have to remember to do that next week or lose my position on stewardship. So, okay. So I think that's the primary objective of today's meeting. Are there any questions or thoughts or comments you'd like to add? I'll be placing these orders and getting things ready later on tonight. Okay. Okay, great. So if there's nothing more, should we talk our next meeting? I have an idea. Let's keep it open and not do something just yet. Because I want to get a sense from Beals where they are, and then we'll go from there and make sure that we get the next meeting will be solid with something good from that project, so we can keep things moving. Okay, so I will reach out to you. I'm debating of whether I want to do that or not, because I think if we don't do it now, we might not do it. So let's go ahead and do it. I take all of that back. I mean, all of it's true, but I think if we have something to work towards, it's always better. And since we're together, let's think. That's a holiday. How about the 17th? It's a Thursday. And
Yeah, that'll be fun.
that work for you?
Yeah, 17th, this is an evening thing. Right?
Yeah, Thursday, the 17th. How does that work for you, Sati?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I don't think I'm going away. Yeah, okay, good. So I will submit a request for a meeting on that day.
So that's a Wednesday or no?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thursday seems to be a good day for us. And if we need to meet sooner because there's a bid ready or something, I will reach out and ask y'all about that. See where we are. Okay. Great. So if there's nothing else, can someone make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:33 p.m.?
I move that we adjourn the meeting at 8:33 p.m.
I second it.
Great, thank you. All in favor, Will Warren,
Aye.
Kat McKee, yes. Satyendra Sharma,
Yes.
great. All in favor, passes. So we will resume in July, and I wish you all a happy holiday. Hope you get a day or two off. And thanks for all your help.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And goodbye.